at you with the power of ladies and gentlemen, Activision. They are disgusting for ruining Call of Duty and their other games. We're gonna see the points my boy makes. I wanna be challenged. I wanna see where he's at. Is this gonna be a toxic and problematic video? Is this gonna be a strong and independent video? I wanna see the points my boy make, and we're gonna see a grown man hate on Call of Duty as well.
I love what I'm seeing.
Drop a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and let's hate on Call of Duty.
We're gonna be talking about the games industry because I've been saying this for years. The games industry has been getting worse and worse.
Facts, it has been utter shiza
to actually pleasing the player base of any given game.
Toxic gamers.
And the recent release of Overwatch 2 is a perfect example of that. It ties perfectly into what I've been saying about Call of Duty for years now. And
let's keep a $150. Everything Activision touches turns to utter shiza, and that's a fact. Smash the like button if that's a fact.
Let's go ahead and jump right on into it, man. So one of the things I've said about COD for a number of years now is that COD has lost its sense of progression. Sure, you can enjoy playing team deathmatch, seeing how many kills you get, looking at your kill death ratio. You can try to win your games of domination, but when there's no real incentive to—
my god, they got rid of the prestige mode too, like, bruh.
Grind the game outside of just enjoying the core game itself, people get bored.
Be honest, chat. One, if you enjoy the Modern Warfare 2 beta, two, if you didn't. I'm not even gonna talk about the nitty-gritty stuff. I'm not gonna be talking about strong and independence of the Infinity Ward for like removing the red dots from the minimap. I mean, there's a civil war. There's a group that wants no red dots. There's a group that wants red dots. I mean, damn, man, we used to have red dots. Wake up! You need to wake up. We used to have red dots in the past, and it's perfectly fine if you don't want it. It's perfectly fine if you want it. I'm just saying, let's not fight with each other over dumb stuff like that.
On top of just enjoying the game and playing the game, right? You look back at games that we grew up with, man, you had that. Even going back, the earliest COD I played was Call of Duty 4, right?
My first Call of Duty was Black Ops 1. What was your first?
Just enjoying the game and getting better and trying to get more kills and things like that. You had your prestige mode, you had your challenges, you had leveling up your guns. Well, you had unlocking attachments for your guns, like every 25 kills or so, you got a new attachment. You got your camos that you had to go for. Then, of course, like I said, prestige mode.
You know what? You're just toxic and problematic. You know, how dare you ask for a prestige mode? Like, yeah, how dare you ask for that?
In general, that was in 2007. Nowadays, we have virtually none of that. They got rid of prestige mode.
Bro, it is actually wild that they got rid of prestige. They got rid of pretty much everything that makes Call of Duty Call of Duty. Now listen, I love Battlefield, okay? The Battlefield 2042 has been shiza right now. Some people are saying that it's kind of strong and it's kind of independent. It's actually good. That's what people are saying. I'm kind of shocked to actually hear that, but that's good to hear. They always want to call us toxic and problematic, but this time people are saying that Battlefield 2042 is kind of good. And maybe that's the reason why I actually enjoyed Invasion and Ground War a lot more in Modern Warfare 2. And I really hope you enjoyed it too. I really hope it's fun when the game comes out, because if this game is bad, my guy, we're not gonna be having another Call of Duty game for another 2 years, man. Just let that sink in, bruh.
Challenge system is virtually pointless because there's no reward for doing all the challenges. And even if you get all the XP for the challenges, who cares? You're capped at seasonal prestige, so eventually you get to a max level and then you're just kind of done. Back in the day, we had supply drops.
Yo, what?
But at the very least, you can still earn content by playing the game as compared to pulling out your credit card, right? There was a lot to the older CODs compared to what we have now. Well, Overwatch 2,
bruh,
is in the exact same situation that COD has put itself in. And don't get me wrong here, I like Overwatch. I've been playing Overwatch since the beginning. I got Overwatch 2, it's a free game now. But what they did with that game is downright horrendous, and everyone's pissed off about it.
Yeah, okay, listen, I'm not fully caught up with Overwatch. I did hear that microtransactions are crazy. You gotta spend like 2-3 years in order to grind the entire game, and also servers were bad, you were in the queue. Basically, moral of the story, everything Activision touches turns to utter shiza.
People don't realize they did the same thing to COD a couple of years ago. So what they did is, back in the day, Overwatch had a pretty standard progression system. It wasn't fancy. What they did is every level you unlocked a loot box.
Yo, I'm way too familiar with this loot box.
And from those loot boxes, you got cosmetics. If you got any duplicates similar to Armory credits or Depot credits here in the COD franchise, you could use that to go ahead and purchase whatever skins you wanted. So by playing the game, you got to level level up,
get those like strong and independent surprise mechanics.
Boxes, and you got different skins just through that way, as well as saving up your credits to buy individual skins that you wanted. Cool, right? It's an antiquated system, but that's what they had, and believe it or not, it's better than what they have now.
I think I found the problem. I feel like that Neros, he needs the pump. He needs a little bit of I know, but I genuinely feel like that he needs that.
They got rid of the loot box. Leveling up is pointless now. There is no progression in this game. There's no leveling of any kind whatsoever. You just play the game and that's it. But they did add challenges, and these challenges are there to level you through the battle pass. Your daily and seasonal challenges will take you through the battle pass, which is being slammed right now for being one of the worst battle passes in history because they virtually give you nothing.
One of the worst. I feel like that's such a gamer thing to say, because every time, my man, in the last few months, in the last few years, every game that came out, one of the worst. It's one of the worst, and to a certain extent, or I should say to a massive extent, it's facts. It's facts, man. You look at Cyberpunk. Well, Cyberpunk is actually making a massive comeback, which is actually really good to see. And you see a lot of gamers actually that were labeled as toxic and problematic. They are the ones coming out and saying that, bro, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Cyberpunk looking kind of good. If you give something good to a gamer, he will appreciate. That's just a natural. Like, damn, man. Can a brother get some amen in chat? If you give something good, people would appreciate. That's pretty much it. There's no in between, bro. If you put out a product that's quality, people will love it. People will drop those 10 out of 10s on Metacritic. But if the game is toxic, if the game is, or I should say if the game is bad, incomplete, then you know, gamers would be like, yo man, yeah, I gotta give it a 1 out of 10, and then they would label you as toxic and problematic.
Mostly sprays and calling cards and emblems and things like that. It's a really bad battle pass. There's like 3 skins on the entire thing, I think. And on top of that, you have your weekly challenges, and with your weekly challenges, should you do all of them every week, you will earn 60 Overwatch coins. These are what
bro, yo, why every game nowadays gonna have those 60 battle passes points, those Call of Duty points? Are you out of your goddamn mind? Every game gotta have these microtransactions, these coins. They wanna make it so the numbers are all inflated. The numbers are all like all over the place. It's basically 3 coins that worth jack, but they will actually make it 30. Some games would go even beyond by saying 300 Call of Duty. In fact, Call of Duty does that. Bruh. It's gonna make you feel like you're climbing up Mount Everest. It's gonna make sure that you feel like that you're getting the same amount of dopamine as you would get if you were to climb out Mount Everest or find alien life. Bro, it's not the same. If you climb alien, or if you climb Mount Everest, do not climb alien life. I mean, damn, but if you find alien life, the amount of dopamine you would get from that would be insane. This cannot compete.
You can use to purchase different skins in the game directly. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Money. Gotta make billions. I mean, damn.
At the price of some of these skins right here. If I want to buy a legendary skin, look at the price. If I want to buy a legendary skin here with my measly 60 coins I get per week, it's going to take me 31.6 weeks to be able to afford that legendary skin, or roughly 8 months. You have to grind the game every single day for 8 months with an M, months to get.
And if you complain about that, you're just a toxic gamer. You're a menace to society. We should actually lock you behind bars. We should revoke your internet points. We should take your keyboards away. Okay, if you type like that, how many of you actually type like this? I wanna know. If you type like this, because that's how people type, you know, people do not type like that, but I mean, damn, if you type like that, they will call you a menace to society. Toxic.
Get one legendary skin, and if we're talking about like the rare skins, which are basically all just recolors of the original skin, we're talking 5 weeks, over 1 month of doing your weekly challenges every single week to afford 1 rare skin. One in the game. It's ridiculous, and people are doing the math on this over on the Overwatch subreddit. The newest character to unlock all of her non-seasonal content.
We about to get scientific study, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready. How much?
15,600 coins, which of course you can just buy them in the in-game shop and swipe your credit card.
These gaming companies want you to steal your parents' credit card, swipe it left and right, and give them all your money and like empty out your parents' bank account. Do not do that, man. So wake up! You need to wake up. Don't do that.
Earn these things. It will take you 5 years.
There it is. There it is. Nah, man, I only have one headset. I cannot break that, bro. I really cannot break that. See what I'm saying? And I believe, okay, how much I talk? I believe, yeah, man, in the intro, I said 2-3 years, right? I re-recorded this intro, so I might have said in the other one, but okay, genuinely, I thought, I'm not sure if I said it or not, but I genuinely heard someone say like 2-3 years, so 5 years. 5 years.
All those coins in game before you can purchase all the non-seasonal content for the new character.
Damn.
How ridiculous is that? And going back to it, the idea of a loot box, right? We have videos, because I used to play this game quite a bit. I had plenty of loot box videos. The thing about loot boxes is inherently they were not good because they locked good content, especially in the COD franchise. They locked good content away in those loot boxes, and there was no direct way to earn that content. They would put actual game-changing weapons in there. It started off with the weapon variants that we saw in Advanced Warfare. Black Ops 3 was especially...
Listen, man, the supply drops idea was not bad.
Bruh.
I know. Listen to me first, man. Listen to me. Please, listen to me. The idea was, it was good, but they got money involved. That was the biggest problem. Then they started making it so it would require you to grind a lot more to be able to get those points or keys. And then once you open the supply drops, the probability of you getting something worthwhile out of it was just very low. It was the probability was very minuscule. The percentages were just all the way down to the effing ground, man, because they wanted to make money. Money, my friend, money.
Put so many, I mean, that game was more DLC than was actual game, but at the very least you had a chance to earn that content for free. I'm not here to say that loot boxes are the end all be all and we should go back to that. Of course not.
Without money it was actually good, but the second they got money involved, it just changed how it worked, and it was just kind of pain, and people would just rather pay and gamble their money with that. And they had like those gambling mechanics, and EA actually came out and said surprise mechanics. I mean, damn, man.
In a game like COD, as close as we got to them doing it right would be games like Call of Duty World War II, Modern Warfare Remastered. I think Infinite Warfare had a good system. I didn't play the game. You guys will have to speak for me down there in the comments.
Yeah,
and then you have Black Ops 4, whereas Black Ops 4, you can just open up all these supply drops that you earn in game and hope to get lucky, or you can save them up and use them as a form of currency to just directly purchase the content that you want, whether it's a weapon, whether it's a mastercraft, or what have you. What we see in Overwatch right now is they took the game and they made it free to play, and they took away every form of progression within the game itself.
And be honest, you think free-to-play games are killing gaming, or you think it saves gaming? I want to see your thoughts, because free-to-play, it's a good model. And listen, man, I'm not fully against microtransactions, okay? Like, okay, I understand if it's free-to-play, you gotta make your money somehow. Understandable, have battle passes, have microtransactions, but I mean, damn, for the love of God's green earth, 5 years, 5 years, are you out of your goddamn mind? It should be at least 5 months. Even that's like crazy, man. Like, this is insane. And they're just stripping every content away, putting it behind a paywall, and also making the games barely have any content to begin with. If you want to get content, you gotta pay money. And even the games that are $70, even they are stripping so much content away from the actual game and putting behind paywall. It's absolutely insane, man.
Virtually nothing. And what's crazy to me is, again, I'm going through like the Overwatch subreddit and things like that, and let me know if you feel like there's a parallel right here between the Overwatch 2 community and the Call of Duty community.
It's gotta get spicy.
Just posted yesterday. It's not even a top rated post right now over the past week, but this was just posted yesterday from XI Flake. Overwatch 2 just feels really empty. Don't get me wrong, the gameplay itself is amazing. 5v5, balance the game, and overall it's a lot of fun to play with friends. I just feel like there is close to zero incentive to play the game at all.
They would call this guy a toxic and problematic gamer, you know what I mean?
You just go straight to the next queue. There is no after action report, no medals, and only about 5 seconds to interact with your teammates or enemies post-match before you get disconnected and never hear from them again. You just go back to the main menu as if the game you just played didn't even matter in the first place. On top of that, there's no being on fire, there's no loot box per level you go up, like there isn't even a leveling style of progression to begin with, like not even account-wide leveling or experience. There is only the standard 21st century battle pass progression system locked behind a paywall. Oh, and the new skins are also boring and bland as well. All this just makes me feel kind of sad, not gonna lie. I really like the gameplay, I want to play more, but playing feels so boring and empty at the same time, and that makes me not want to play. Anyone else feel the same? And you go through the comments, everyone's agreeing, man, and I've said this about COD. I feel vindicated right now, man. I've been saying this about COD.
Let it all out, let it all out, let it
forever.
all out.
Yes, the core game can be fun. The Vanguard core gameplay, that was fine.
Yo, honestly, I'm not gonna cap to you guys. Like, obviously, I joke around with Wayne garbage and stuff like that. The homie Slushy would be like, yo, no, yeah, it's Vanguard, it's Vanguard. Pretty sure he's trolling as well. Vanguard, on its own, it's not a bad game. I know, but listen to me. Vanguard on its own, it's not a bad game. It's just that it doesn't capture my attention. I just rather watch paint get dry than play Vanguard, you know what I mean? I don't like it, I don't hate it. I just don't care for it. That's basically where I'm at with it. But I played the beta for it and the gameplay was kind of enjoyable. I mean, it's Call of Duty, right? It had good stuff, it had some bad stuff. It's just the WW2 babushka setting that's just low dopamine, and we had that for so many times now in the recent years. I'm not just talking Call of Duty, but even Battlefield 5 did that. There are so many other games with like babushka setting. It's just dry, right? And the game is like nothing special. It's basically the same-ish. And when you pair that up with babushka setting, that's when it gets a little bit dry, right? Do you want to be eating Twinkies all day, every day? No, right? You want to mix it up with a little bit of latte, a little bit of jalapeno pizza. You want to have burgers, you want to have your soda, you want to have your milk, you want to, I mean, do not mix the two, but you get the point, right? I mean, damn.
I could deal with it if there was actual progression, actual things to do in the game besides just play the game. You know, we as gamers nowadays, we have been conditioned. We
toxic gamers
need to be working towards something, whether that's something as simple as a prestige mode, whether that's something as simple as like a 100%er.
Prestige, yay or nay, yay or nay.
Whether that's, you know, doing these seasonal challenges to unlock seasonal specific rewards that you can maybe show off later in time, like we used to have with Days of Summer, Shamrock and Awe, Operation Winter Siege, and things like that. We need to have that kind of stuff in the game.
What? Is he in a bot lobby? There were so many enemies. What?
Ever since Modern Warfare 2019, they've gotten rid of that shit in COD. And now it's like, enjoy our gameplay. And you look at the gameplay of Modern Warfare 2, everyone's like, what's wrong with you guys? So if the gameplay itself...
Now listen, man, I actually enjoyed the Modern Warfare 2 beta, but I'm not sure if it will last like 2 years. I hope, like, I don't get to see like people saying, yo man, you know, come January, I don't want to see this, okay? I don't want to see this, that Vanguard was better than Modern Warfare 2. I just don't want to see this, man. I'm scared of our
gameplay
future.
Is not exactly your cup of tea, but you can look past it if you have other things to work towards, other things to occupy your mind with. That's okay. The problem is games like Overwatch are not doing that. Games like COD are not doing that, and that is the problem, ladies and gentlemen. I feel so vindicated right now because I've been saying this
strong. Nero's a strong, very strong boy, very independent. But ladies and gentlemen, click on this video on the screen. I'm telling y'all, man, it's wild in this gaming saga continuing. Subscribe, and I will see you right there.